What's up guys, it's Alice here, and today we are back for another Death Race for Love pixel art tutorial. In this video we are going to continue working where we left off. I'm going to start up top here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab us some gray terracotta and a coal block. We're also going to grab some bedrock and some gray concrete as well. So we're going to go up here underneath the top nether brick block. We're going to place this a coal block. To the right of the top nether brick block, we're going to place those two coal blocks. To the left of it, we're going to place one coal block. Underneath the coal block on the far left, we're going to place this gray terracotta. And then to the left of it, we're going to place this bedrock. To the left of the bedrock, we're going to place us two gray terracotta to the left. To the left of the, not gray terracotta, gray concrete, my bad. To the left of the gray concrete, we're going to place us soul sand, and then we're going to place us gray concrete to the left of the soul sand. To the left of the gray concrete, we're going to place us gray terracotta, and then we're going to place underneath the gray terracotta, we're going to place us down to gray concrete. Underneath the gray concrete, we're going to place us gray terracotta, and then underneath the gray terracotta, we're going to place us gray concrete. Underneath the gray concrete, we're going to place down we're going to go down 7 with gray terracotta. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's about how I want it. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna take us some gray wool and we're gonna place it on top of this gray terracotta over here to the right. And then we're gonna take soul sand, place up 4 soul sand on top of that gray wool. 4. And then on top of the soul sand, we're gonna place us gray concrete, and then place soul sand to the left of the top gray concrete, and then place gray concrete on top of the soul sand. Next thing we're going to do from there is underneath the soul sand, we're going to place us gray concrete all the way down, and then we're going to place to the left of the bottom gray concrete gray wool, and then to the left of the gray wool coal block. On top of the gray wool, we're going to place us bedrock all the way up to where it's even with the gray terracotta, like this. And then we're going to place on top of the bedrock, we're going to take us an arcana wood log and place the arcana wood log on top of the bedrock. We're going to place bedrock to the right of the arcana wood log, and then we're going to place up to bedrock on top of the arcana wood log. Next thing we're going to do is grab us light gray wool, place light gray wool on top of the top bedrock, and then we're going to take us dorite and place dorite to the right of the light gray wool. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab us a birch log, place birch log to the right of the dorite, and then we're gonna grab us polished dorite. We're gonna place polished dorite to the right of the birchwood log, and then place birchwood log to the right of the polished dorite. Next thing we're gonna do after that is grab us mossy stone bricks and place that to the right of the birchwood log, and then we're gonna place us an arcana wood log underneath the mossy stone brick. After that, we're gonna go ahead and grab us some cyan terracotta. Place the cyan terracotta underneath the arcana wood log, and then place down 2 bedrock, and then we're gonna go ahead and take us arcana wood log underneath the bedrock. We're gonna go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then underneath those arcana wood logs, we're gonna place us down 2 cyan terracotta, 1, 2, and then place arcana wood log underneath the cyan terracotta. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take us bedrock, place it underneath the arcana wood log, and then we're gonna take us gray concrete underneath the bedrock. To the left of the gray concrete, we're gonna place this bedrock, and then place arcana wood log to the left of the bedrock. On top of the arcana wood log, we're gonna place this bedrock, and then we're gonna grab us iron ore and place that to the right of the bedrock. On top of iron ore, we're gonna place this arcana wood log, and then we're gonna go on top of the bedrock to the left and place up. We're gonna place up 5 concrete, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray concrete, my bad. And then to the right of it, we're gonna take us our mossy stone bricks and place 3 on top of the arcana wood log. And then we're gonna grab us coal ore next and place that on top of the mossy stone bricks. And then on top of coal ore, we're gonna place this arcana wood log. On top of the arcana wood log, we're gonna place up 4 coal ore, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to the left of the top coal ore, we're gonna place us gray wool, and then underneath the gray wool, we're gonna place us down 3 bedrock, and then 1 bedrock to the left. Underneath the 3rd bedrock, we're gonna place us gray terracotta, and then we're gonna place us up 2 arcana wood logs on top of the bedrock we put over to the left. Next thing we're going to do is take us soul sand, and we're going to place soul sand on top of the arcana wood log and to the left of it. And then next thing we're going to do is take us gray terracotta, and we're going to place gray terracotta in between the soul sand. We're going to go over here underneath the coal block, and pretty much we're just gonna fill in this gap over here on the side with black concrete. Alright, we're gonna go over here to the left next, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take us our black concrete to the left of this coal block. We're gonna place a 6 black concrete to the left, so we're gonna go 1 2 3 4 5 6 underneath the last black concrete. We're gonna take us coal ore and place that underneath the last black concrete. From there, what we're gonna do is to the right of the coal ore, we're gonna place us arcana wood log, and then we're gonna take us mossy mossy stone bricks and place 4 to the right of the arcana wood log. So 1 2 3 4. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take us some light gray concrete powder, and then we're gonna take us some gravel. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. And take some gravel right here, and we're gonna place the gravel on, we're gonna place the light gray concrete powder on top of the nether brick right here, and then place gravel on top of the light gray concrete powder. To the right of the light gray concrete powder, we're gonna place coal ore, and then place light gray concrete powder on top of it. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take us some clay and place the clay to the left of the light gray concrete powder, and then we're gonna place light gray concrete powder all the way over to the left on top of the bedrock. On top of the light gray concrete powder, we're gonna go ahead and take us some white concrete. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some white concrete, and we're gonna place it on top of the light gray concrete powder. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab us some polished andesite, and we're gonna place that on top of the white concrete. Okay, so the next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start building to the left at the very bottom right here. We're gonna go and we're gonna take us gray terracotta and place a gray terracotta to the left of the gray wool. On top of the gray terracotta, we're going to take a cyan terracotta. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Cyan terracotta. And place the cyan terracotta on top of the gray terracotta. And then we place gray wool on top of the cyan terracotta. On top of the gray wool, we're going to place this arcana wood log. And then we're going to take us gray concrete powder. And we're going to place up to gray concrete powder on top of the arcana wood log. On top of the gray concrete powder, and place a cyan terracotta, and then we're going to grab us coal ore and place coal ore on top of the cyan terracotta. To right of the coal ore, we're going to place this bedrock and place bedrock. Place 1 bedrock underneath the bedrock, place to the right. On top of the bedrock and coal ore, we're going to place this 1 arcana wood log on top of both of them. And on top of arcana wood log, we're just going to place cyan terracotta on top of both of them. On top of the left cyan terracotta, we're going to place this arcana wood log. And on top of the right cyan terracotta, we're going to place up 3 coal ore. On top of the arcana wood log on the left, we're going to place us bedrock, and then we're going to grab us mossy stone brick and place mossy stone bricks on top of the bedrock. On top of the mossy stone brick and coal ore, we're going to place us arcana wood log, 1 on top of both, and then we're going to place bedrock on top of the left arcana wood log, and then mossy stone bricks on top of the right. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab us polished andesite and place it on top of the bedrock on the left, and then we're going to grab us a clay block and place that on top of the polished andesite. On top of the clay block, we're going to place us another polished andesite. And then next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab us diorite, and then we're going to grab us polished diorite. And we're going to place as diorite or polished diorite to right of the and polished diorite or we're going to place polished diorite to right of the polished andesite up top, and then place diorite underneath the polished diorite, and then diorite to the right of the polished diorite. Then we're going to place this 2 polished diorite to the right of the top polished or the right of the top diorite. Oof, hopefully I said everything somewhat clearly so you guys understand that. To the right of the polished diorite, we are going to place us iron ore, and then underneath the iron ore we're going to take us some cracked stone brick and place cracked stone bricks underneath the iron ore. This. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to take us mossy stone bricks, place that to the left of the cracked stone bricks. We're going to grab us coal ore, place that to the left of the mossy stone brick, and then we're going to place us bedrock to the left of the coal ore. We're then going to grab us light gray concrete powder and place light gray concrete powder on top of the mossy stone brick. We're going to place us arcana wood log to right of the light gray concrete powder, and then we're going to place us 2 coal ore underneath the arcana wood log. To the right of the top coal ore, we're going to take us cyan terracotta and place cyan terracotta to the right of the top coal ore, and then we're going to place cyan terracotta upright diagonal from the cyan terracotta and downright diagonal from the cyan terracotta. On top of the bottom cyan terracotta, we're going to place us bedrock, and then down left diagonal from bedrock, we're going to place us arcana wood log. Underneath the arcana wood log, we're going to take us our iron ore again, and we're going to place us 2 iron ore underneath it. We're going to go on top of the cyan terracotta to the left, and we're going to grab us some gravel. And we're going to take the gravel and we're going to place it underneath the coal ore or on top of the left cyan terracotta. We're going to grab us light gray wool and place light gray wool to right of the bedrock. And then we're going to take us gravel and place the gravel on top of light gray wool. Next thing we're going to do is grab us some andesite. And we're going to place the andesite underneath the light gray wool. And next thing we're going to do from here is we're going to take us a light gray wool again, and we're not going to place it directly underneath the andesite. We're going to skip a block and place it right there, and then place andesite underneath the light gray wool, and then we're going to grab us the gravel and place it on top of the light gray wool. And then what we're going to do is in between the andesite and the polished andesite, we're going to build up gravel right in between the two, like that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, and I'm going to start down here at the bottom for this. We're going to place us light gray concrete powder to the left of the clay block. Then we're going to take us polished diorite. And we're going to place polished diorite to the left of the light gray concrete powder and place light gray concrete powder to the left of the polished diorite. On top of the far left light gray concrete powder, we're going to place this gray terracotta, and then we're going to take us another brick block, place it to the right of the gray terracotta, and then we're going to grab us a coal block, and we're going to place a coal block to the right of the nether brick block. Next thing we're going to do is grab us our gray concrete, place going up on top of the clay block or to the right of the coal block, up 3 gray concrete, and then 1 to the left in the middle. So one that we did to the left in the middle, we're going to take us gray wool and place up 3 on top of another brick block, and then 1 to the right in the middle of it. And then we're going to take us gray concrete powder, place it on top of the gray terracotta, and then we're going to go up 2 gray concrete powder, up 2 gray concrete on top of the gray concrete powder. On top of the left gray wool, we're going to place this gray concrete powder, and then place gray concrete on top, and then gray wool on top of it. On top of the gray wool to the right, we're going to place us gray concrete on top of it, and then up 2 gray wool on top of it. And then to right of both those gray wool, we're gonna place us one gray wool to right of both of them, and then place gray concrete powder on underneath the right gray wool. We're going to take us bedrock and place two bedrock to right of the top gray wool, and then place one bedrock on top of the right bedrock. To left of that bedrock, we're going to place us cyan terracotta to the left of it, and then take us an arcane wood log and place the arcane wood log to the left of the cyan terracotta. We're going to place us iron ore on top of the arcane wood log, and then place to right the iron ore, coal ore, and then upright diagonal from the coal ore, go up to coal ore, and then to the right of the bottom coal ore, we're going to take us mossy stone bricks and place that to the right of the bottom coal ore. We go up, or on top of the iron ore to the left, we're going to take us light gray concrete powder, place that on top of the iron ore, and then we're going to place us gravel on top of it. Okay, so we're going to go over here to the right in between the two. So I did right here. And we're going to go, starting on the far left, we're going to go up four nether brick block. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab us, which I'm going to go and clear out my inventory. We're going to grab us nether brick blocks, coal block, black concrete powder, and we're also going to grab us black wool as well. And we're going to grab black terracotta and gray terracotta. We'll probably need more blocks as well, but that's what I'm going to grab for now. On top of the nether brick blocks, we're going to place this black wool, and then place black concrete powder on top. On top of the black concrete powder, we're going to place us another nether brick block, and then on top of it, we're going to place us up 3 gray terracotta. On top of the nether brick block, or on top of the gray terracotta, we're going to place up 2 nether brick block, and then place black coal block on top of it, and then place black wool to the right of the coal block. To right the black wool, we're going to place us 2 coal blocks to right of the black wool. To right the coal block, we're going to place this black wool, and then to the right of the black wool, we're going to place us black terracotta. To the right of the black terracotta, we're going to place us nether brick block, and then to right another brick block, we're going to place us 2 coal blocks. To right of the coal blocks, we're going to place us another brick block, and then we're going to place to right another brick block, black concrete. The next thing we're going to do is underneath the black terracotta, we're going to place us 3 nether brick blocks going to the left, and then starting from the middle nether brick block, we're going to place us 3 more nether brick to the left, and then 1 nether brick underneath the middle nether brick block. To the right of the middle nether brick blocks, or the underneath the nether brick block on the far right, we're going to place this coal block. Underneath the furthest down nether brick block, we're going to place this down 3 black terracotta, and then to the right of the middle black terracotta, we're going to place this a coal block. On top of the coal block, we're going to place this black wool, and then we're going to go upright diagonal from the black wool, and then place coal block all the way down. So up left diagonal from black wool, and then place coal block and go all the way down with it. In between these little gaps right here, on top of black wool and on top of the coal block and the nether brick block, we're going to fill that in with black concrete powder. Alright, we're going to start from the very bottom again. Starting on the far right, we're going to take us some coal block, and we're going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with coal blocks on the far right. And then we're going to go with our black terracotta to the left of the second coal block up. So that's 1. So it's a 1 block gap from the very bottom right here. So that's 1, 2. We're going to go up 2. And then place us another brick block to the left of the second one. And then we're going to place on top of another brick block 3 black concrete powder. 1, 2, 3. And then to the left, the middle black concrete powder, we're going to place this black wool. Next thing we're going to do is place on top of the coal blocks, we're going to place this black terracotta, and then place a coal block on top. Then we're going to place this black terracotta again, coal block on top, and then black terracotta on top of it. Then when over here in between scap or on top of black terracotta, we're just gonna fill this all the way up with black terracotta. And then in between these two gaps right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and fill, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fill these two gaps in with black concrete powder. All right, there we go. Okay, let me see how we're doing on time. Oh, we're doing pretty good on time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start off to the left of this gray terracotta right here, and we're gonna place us black wool to the left of it, and then we're gonna place us 2 blocks of coal to the left of the black wool. On top of the left black wool, or not left black wool, the left coal block, we're gonna place us black wool on top. To the left of the black wool, we're gonna place us gray terracotta, and then place on top of the gray terracotta black wool. And then to the left of the black wool, we're gonna place us black concrete, and place black concrete on top of the black wool. To the right of the black concrete that we just placed, we're gonna place us up to black concrete. To the left, on top of the black wool, we're gonna place up to black concrete, and then top of the coal block, we're gonna place us black concrete going to right twice. And then on top of the left black concrete, we're gonna place us black wool, and then black concrete powder to the right of it. On top of black concrete powder, we're gonna place us black concrete, and then to the left of that black concrete, we're gonna go up to coal block, and then place coal block on top of black concrete. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way up here to the very top, and we're gonna take us our gray terracotta, and we're gonna place it on top of a polished andesite, and then place us another brick block to the left of it, and then place a coal block to the left of that, and then to the left of the coal block, we're gonna place us 2 black concrete to the left, and then 1 black concrete underneath the coal block, and then underneath the nether brick block, we're gonna take our black concrete and just place it all the way down to the coal block. Next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna go and clear out my hotbar, and we're gonna take us gray wool, and then gray concrete, and we're gonna go all the way up to the right of the gray terracotta, place gray wool, and then gray concrete to the right of it, and then a gray wool, and then 2 gray concrete to the right of the gray wool. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take us cyan terracotta and place cyan terracotta on top of the left coal block. On top of the cyan terracotta, we're gonna take us gray terracotta and place gray terracotta on top of the cyan terracotta. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take us gray concrete and place the gray concrete. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up 5 concrete on top of the gray terracotta. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna place on top of the gray concrete gray wool, and then on top of the gray wool, we're gonna place us gray terracotta. On top of the gray terracotta, we're gonna take us another brick block, place that on top of it, and then we're gonna grab us arcana wood log. Place the arcana wood log on top of the nether brick block, and then we're gonna take us gray concrete, place gray concrete on top of the arcana wood log. We're gonna place us up left diagonal from the gray concrete. We're gonna place us an arcana wood log, and then we're gonna grab us polished andesite and place that underneath the arcana wood log. We're then gonna take us clay block, place that underneath the polished andesite, and then we're gonna take us arcana wood log, place that underneath the clay block. So we went to arcana wood log, polished andesite, clay block, and then arcana wood log. If you can tell, I'm just kind of going up and down, trying to work my way to the left as fast as I can. I'm trying to speed up a little bit to get more done. Alright, so we're gonna grab us mossy stone bricks, place that underneath the arcana wood log. Then we're gonna grab us iron ore, place that underneath the mossy stone brick. And then we're gonna take us arcana wood log, and we're gonna place down, we're gonna go down 5 arcana wood logs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna grab us bedrock, place bedrock underneath the arcana wood log. And then we're gonna grab us arcana wood log, we're gonna place it on top of the black concrete. and then we're gonna place us. We're gonna grab us a clay block, place that to the left of the arcana wood log, place the arcana wood log on top of the clay block, grab us a light gray concrete powder, place that underneath the bedrock. Then we're gonna grab us clay block, or not clay block, coal ore, my bad. And then we're gonna place coal ore to the left of the clay block, and next thing we're gonna do is grab us a polished andesite, and place polished andesite underneath the coal ore. And then we're gonna grab us gray wool, light gray wool, and then place light gray wool to the left of the polished andesite, and then down left diagonal we're gonna place us light gray wool down left diagonal from the light gray wool. Underneath the light gray wool to right, we're gonna place this coal ore, and then we're gonna take us gray concrete powder, and we're gonna place the gray concrete powder on top of the left gray light gray concrete or light gray wool. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab us gravel and replace the gravel on top of the gray concrete powder, and then we're gonna grab us cracked stone brick, and then we're gonna place the cracked stone bricks on top of the gravel. On top of the cracked stone bricks, we're gonna take us stone bricks and place it on top of them, and then we're gonna grab us andesite and place andesite on top of the stone bricks, and then place 2 gravel on top of the andesite, and then place andesite on top of the gravel. On top of the andesite, we're going to take us polished andesite and place that on top of the andesite, and then we're going to grab us stone. I'm going to place a stone on top of the andesite. On top of the stone, we're going to place us andesite, and then we're going to take us a clay block. I'm going to place a clay block on top of the andesite. We're then going to place us arcana wood log on top of the clay block, and then place us, we're going to take us some bedrock and place that on top of the arcana wood log. Next thing we're going to do is place us dorite on top of the, or we're going to place dorite upright diagonal from the bedrock. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take us a birchwood log and we're going to place that on top of the bedrock. To the right of the dorite, we're going to place us polished dorite to the right of the dorite, and then we're going to place us a birchwood log to the right of the polished dorite. We're going to take us gray wool and we're going to place gray wool underneath the dorite, and then we're going to take a cyan terracotta and put, oops, wrong one. We're going to take a cyan terracotta and then we're going to place cyan terracotta underneath and to the right of the gray wool. Underneath the right cyan terracotta, we're going to place us bedrock, and then we're going to place underneath the bedrock 2 gray concrete going down. Underneath the gray concrete, we're going to place us bedrock, and then to the right at the bottom gray concrete, we're going to go down 3 bedrock. Down right diagonal from the far left bedrock, we're going to place us bedrock going down left diagonal from it, and then we're going to place to right that to right and to the right of the down right diagonal or down left diagonal bedrock, we're going to place this arcana wood log and then place another arcana wood log on top of it. So on top of the arcana wood log, we're going to take us gray terracotta and then place the gray terracotta on top of the arcana wood log. On top of the gray terracotta, we're going to place this gray wool, and then on top of the cyan terracotta, on top of the bedrock to the right, we're going to place cyan terracotta on top. And then we're going to take us cracked stone bricks, and we're going to place that on top of the cyan terracotta, and then place gravel on top of the cracked stone brick. Underneath the right bedrock, we're going to take us gray wool and go down 2 gray wool underneath it, and then to the left of the top gray wool, we're going to place gray wool to the left too. Underneath the far right gray wool, we're going to place this bedrock, then up left diagonal from the bedrock, we're going to place another bedrock. Underneath that bedrock, we're going to place a cyan terracotta, and then to the left of the top bedrock, we're going to place this gray concrete going down 2. So 1, 2. Underneath that gray concrete, we're going to place this gray wool going to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. And then underneath the right gray wool, we're going to place this gray concrete. go on 1, and then to the left of that gray concrete, when a place says bedrock, go into left 2, 1, 2, underneath the right bedrock, when a place says gray concrete, and then to the left of the gray concrete, when a place says gray wool, and then place us, we're going to take us black concrete powder and place black concrete powder underneath the gray wool one. Okay, let's see how we're doing on time. Okay, we just ran out of time, so that'll be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully if you did, hopefully you join us again in the next one. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.